they're going to buy Jude Bellingham. I'm sorry, but to me, that's about as likely as Piers Morgan ripping off his face Scooby-Doo style and revealing that he's actually just a pig in a suit. Everyone seems to think that Bellingham is just moving to Anfield. But am I the only one that can see that actually, no! There's more chance of me giving birth to a potato pie. I've already waged internet war at Bellingham's biggest fan. I mean, he's been telling the world that Liverpool are going to buy Bellingham. He's been saying this for years. I mean, he's saying that Bellingham wanted to join Liverpool as far back as 16 months ago. Okay, sure, I'm not doubting that, Craig. But, I mean, 16 months is a long time ago. 16 months ago, I was colleagues with Alfie. Things change, and things change fast, because now, you're ninth in the league. Right now, Liverpool are getting desperate. And we know they are. How much more proof do you need that right now, as they're losing their grip on top four, they're now in a resort offering Bellingham's dad a job? Yes, Mark Bellingham. Sure, he's an ex-player who scored over 700 goals, but for the likes of Stourbridge, Bromsgrove, Leamington, and Sutton Coldfield, he's Jamie Vardy if Jamie Vardy never made it. The guy's a policeman. I mean, this fella was banging in a hat-trick on Sunday afternoon. 6 hours later, he was probably having to handcuff drunken plumbers who were weeing outside a pub. And yet, Liverpool want to offer him a scouting role? Again, he's a policeman. No, I'm sorry. If we want to know which neighbour is most likely to steal a child from the playground, then we'll give Mark Bellingham a call. I mean, how patronising is a scouting job going to be? It's like when Crawley Town rang up half the side men. I mean, do you really think anybody will take seriously a fella who was playing pub league football in his pump? I mean, I'm guessing in the Anfield canteen, the snobby Liverpool coaches will probably force Bellingham Senior to sit at the children's table, just cracking into his Capri Sun and mini chicken nuggets. Do you really think anyone is going to take a scouting report seriously? I'm guessing when he returns from midweek trips to Sweden with descriptions of certain players, I'm guessing those notes will probably wind up in the same place as the kids' letters to Santa Claus. The Reds are also interested in buying Jude's brother Job. To be fair, he also made his championship debut age 16, and clearly he's a baller too. But honestly, I feel bad for him because he's probably got a vitamin D deficiency for spending every minute of every day living in his brother's shadow. This seems so insincere. This thinks of when Chelsea, when trying to win the race for Eden Hazard, chose to buy his brother too, and then spent 3 years ignoring him. The guy was just used as a pawn so they could buy his big bro. The irony is that he actually morphed into a brilliant Borussia Dortmund winger after he left Stamford Bridge, but yeah, at the time, he was definitely the Chelsea Deji. And similarly, Joe, he's only started once for Birmingham City this season in a defeat to Sunderland. The guy is currently linked with a move to Scotland with Rangers. You know, the team currently sniffing around Todd Cantwell, someone who looks like he's lazier than James Corden at the gym. Liverpool are never going to use Joe. They'll stick him in the under 23 team for 5 years before selling him to Swansea in 2028. Honestly, he'll be the Anfield Matty Longstaff. We are seeing reports like this because Liverpool, they know they're suddenly on the back foot here. Everyone seems to think that it's a nailed-on guarantee that the Reds are signing Jude. Yeah, if Liverpool really believed they were able to sign Jude easily, they wouldn't be trying to buy half his family. Honestly, what next? Are they going to give his mum a job cutting the training ground lawn? Are they going to employ his cousins to do the Morrison's food shop for Klopp? Pretending that the company suddenly has an interest in buying the entire Bellingham bloodline, it's almost a bit creepy. Sure, have them all over for a midweek barbecue at Klopp's house, yes, but giving them all jobs? This is obsession. Pure and simple obsession. This is a very talented boy, yes. He's got 1 goal for England and has never had more than 4 league goals in a season. Yes, I know he's a brilliant player for Borussia Dortmund, but so is Jadon Sancho. I'm not taking anything away from Jude. I do believe he is a top quality player, but 4 years ago, nobody knew who he was. Listen, this is a guy who qualifies to play for the Republic of Ireland to his grandmother. And part of me is furious that Martin O'Neill didn't offer him a senior cap when he was 14. Yes, I know, it sounds dodgy that they wanted the FAI to trap actual teenagers, but still, in early 2018, when Bellingham was still collecting Pokemon cards and watching KSI, before the guy even had his first kiss or slipped his first cider in a bush, we should have been shoving him on that pitch against Turkey. I mean, you know who else played in that game? Declan Rice! We could have had Bellingham and Rice. And honestly, I don't care. We should give Wayne Rooney a cap in 1998. If Bellingham signs for Liverpool, I will tattoo his face on my hand. He's not gonna go. I know he's not. If this was the Jurgen Klopp runaway train aiming for a quadruple, then yes. But not this burned out ice cream van, which is running out of petrol stuck halfway down the dual carriageway. If Bellingham joins Liverpool now, he's joining out of pure hope. Blind faith that Klopp will turn this around. And that is not just another famous burnout, which he had at, oh yeah, Borussia Dortmund. Klopp is a world-class legendary manager, but he's only got a contract until 2026. That's only 3 years away. And right now, to look at him, he looks like he's enjoying this the same way he'd enjoy sitting through 9 seasons of Grey's Anatomy. Yeah, his eyes would be close to falling out his head. 2026 will bring up 11 years as Liverpool boss, and then he's gone. I promise you he's gone. And Bellingham will be 22. And then what? There is no football club in the world who will be in more danger than when their manager leaves than Liverpool. I mean, sure, if Pep Guardiola leaves Man City in the summer, they'll be fine. Just double his wages and get Mikel Arteta back. They've got so much cash, even Marcelo Bielsa would probably win them the league. And he's a recently sacked Leeds coach. But Liverpool, when Klopp goes, there is no ready-made replacement waiting in the wings. I mean, the hope that Steven Gerrard is going to develop into a world-class tactical guru. Well, now he's a failed Aston Villa coach who can't even land the Poland job. I mean, right now, Liverpool fans are pinning their hopes on Xabi Alonso to wind up being a Bayern Leverkusen success, but there's no succession plan here. Before Klopp, Liverpool had to raid the likes of Fulham and Swansea for their managers. I genuinely believe that'll be the future when Klopp is gone. I think it'll be somebody who's already worked as an academy coach at Liverpool. It'll be someone like Steve Cooper, Neil Critchley, or Michael Beale. Yeah, I mean, does that sound exciting to you? If you offer Bellingham a 7-year deal now, the small print on that contract will be that, you know, for most of that deal, he'll be getting coached by the guy who's currently at Nottingham Forest, and it looks like he belongs to the cast of Shrek. He looks like an unfinished statue in Madame Tussauds. Bellingham is not stupid. He knows that Liverpool are a mystery. Sure, Bellingham might sign up for 3 glory years at Liverpool before moving on in 2026. But is there any sign of glory now when they're nearly 20 points behind Arsenal? As Liverpool have not finished by 19 points or more behind Arsenal since Jude Bellingham was one. Liverpool in 2026 are a complete and utter mystery. For all we know, James Milner could be the coach. Who would want to sign up for that? When English wonder kids get their first monster move, they always choose to sign for a club who is stable. Wayne Rooney moved to Manchester United at 18. Yeah, imagine if Fergie had told him back then that he's just going to retire in 2007. I mean, who would have been the Man United coach if Fergie had gone then? Who was the flavour of the month in 2007? Oh yes, Mark Hughes. But also, look at this headline from that year.
Steve Bruce will be one of the all-time great managers, says Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yeah. Mark Hughes or Steve Bruce?
Hughes could succeed Ferguson, says Neville. Neville salutes Hughes' effort.
Yeah, I don't know if Mark Hughes ever knew that Gary Neville was talking him up for the Man United job, because a few years later, he did not repay the favour.
Mark Hughes says Gary Neville is lucky to get Valencia a job. It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Oh, this is a bit awkward. Gary Neville was literally talking you up for the biggest job in English football, and yet you were slagging him off when he went to Spain. But yeah, Mark Hughes or Steve Bruce. If anyone had told Rooney that back in 2004, he would have instantly vomited all over his plate of sausage rolls.
Liverpool are offering Jude Bellingham the possibility to become the new Steven Gerrard.
How can anybody offer that? As if it's some sort of guarantee? That's like Simon Cowell telling Cher Lloyd that she was gonna be the next Beyonce. I mean, now she's probably just mopping up sick in the River Island toilets. Wasn't Jordan Rossler told he was gonna be the next Stevie G? Didn't Kenny Dalglish once say that about Jay Spearing? I'm telling you right now, Bellingham will not be as good as Gerrard. He could be the next Paul Ince? I mean, right now, because his CV and management looks like a grubby, dirty cereal box found in a dump, people forget that Ince actually had a brilliant playing career. And like Bellingham, he played abroad, and he also played for 2 giants in English football. He captained England, and overall, played for 8 different clubs. That is the path I see for Bellingham. He's going to play all over. I think he'll probably play for both Man City and Chelsea down the line. He'll probably play in Spain with Atletico Madrid, or maybe in Italy with AC Milan. I don't see him just doing a Jordan Henderson and signing up for 10 plus years of Liverpool. Sure, I mean, it mostly all paid off in the end, but don't forget, the man's first 7 seasons at Anfield was mostly frustration and heartbreak. Right now, there are 3 clubs in for Bellingham: Manchester City, Liverpool, and Real Madrid. If you're in Bellingham's shoes, you're probably so excited you've got melting earwax dripping all over your feet. I mean, to me, if you're a 19-year-old boy, how do you possibly turn down the lure of Real Madrid? 3 years ago, the kid was still at school. The only problem is, their midfield is sort of full. Yes, Luka Modric is nearly as old as the pyramids, but Aurelien Tchouameni is his heir. And then you've got Eduardo Camavinga, the 20-year-old French midfield talent. I mean, imagine if he sees England boy wonder unveiled at the Bernabeu. He's gonna feel so territorially jealous. I mean, while he's in the shower, Eduardo will probably stuff dead fish in his shoes. There are many reasons why Real Madrid would not work for Bellingham, but no Englishman has played for the world's biggest club for nearly 16 years. Save if Beckham was the last one. Bellingham would be massively tempted. But with Liverpool, I mean, Adam Oxlade-Chamberlain plays for them. Is there really that same lure? They're 9th in the Premier League, behind Fulham, Brighton and Brentford. This season, they've only won 3 more Premier League games than Nottingham Forest. They are 10 points behind their team with Dan Burn at left back. Where is the guarantee that Bellingham would say yes when they're currently a team who's failing in a battle to even qualify for the Europa League? I think Bellingham is moving to Manchester City. Why would he not? I know Calvin Phillips has been injury hit pudding, but Bellingham is the superior player. Kevin De Bruyne needs a successor, and I think Pep Guardiola has shown that he's obsessed with keeping Phil Foden on the left wing. He sees him as more of a David Silva, so yeah, I move for Bellingham. That makes sense. I mean, there's no risk here. He'll be competing for Premier League titles and the Champions League every year of his highly paid contract. There's never any jeopardy that he's ever going to have to play Europa League football on Thursday nights. If this man is serious about winning things, then Manchester City is a better bet than Liverpool. I mean, they're about to finish inside the top 4 for the 14th season in a row. They've won 4 out of the last 6 Premier League titles. Sure, he's been offered the chance to be a Liverpool club legend, but what about being part of the first Manchester City team to lift the Champions League? Let's be honest, every quality central midfielder will always pale in comparison to Gerrard at Liverpool. He was a homegrown, world-class titan of the sport. He was their Michael Jordan. I mean, Jordan Henderson has lifted the Premier League title, and he's won the Champions League, but it wasn't like he single-handedly dragged the club up by its knees after being 3-0 down in Istanbul. No, I mean, is anyone really going to make DVDs about that time that Henderson played in the field as Liverpool just easily beat Spurs? It wasn't exactly a legendary night, but Bellingham, he could be an all-time Manchester City great if he helped them win the European Cup. I mean, Kevin De Bruyne once said that his favourite team was Liverpool and that Michael Owen was his favourite player. But do you reckon that he's gutted that he never swapped Wolfsburg for Anfield in 2015? No, he'd have been a modern-day Liverpool legend, sure, but he would have always been second to Stevie G. By Bellingham, he could be an immortal Etihad legend forever. Anyway, that's one thing. Let me know what do you think. Where should Jude Bellingham go? Well, let me know in the comments section. Enjoy the video. Don't forget to like, share, as always. I'll talk to you in a while.